Joe, in real life. It's 4 in the morning, the middle of the night here in Savannah, Georgia. I'll show you. The rain started to come down. Couldn't sleep. Yeah, see? I think I was bragging a couple days ago about how I wake up sometimes in the middle of the night, early in the morning, and I'm plagued by dark thoughts. But if I do things just so, I go back to sleep or half sleep for a few minutes, and they leave me, you know? I forget them, at least. And, well, that was bullshit today. They found me today. And my trick didn't work. It doesn't always work. I was kind of lying before. I didn't mean to lie, but it was a lie a little bit. Sometimes they hit me and I can't get them. And it's all addiction. It's all addiction stuff, you know? Not so much regret and shame and remorse, although that's in there too. It isn't that I forget, it's that it's complicated to explain, you know? That like, I spent all this time and energy using chemicals to dive to the bottom of the body. And I worried that I squandered what is oldest and best in me. Like, I'm not the smartest guy, but my brain works pretty good. And I'm not like the strongest or the best at really much of anything, but I'm well-rounded, you know? I have talents, I have skills, and they go unutilized because I traded them for devotion to alcohol, you know? And such a fucking waste and such a crime. And I think about the burden I put on my family and the people that love me and how they just want me to stop, you know? And to just live and be healthy, be happy and healthy. And, you know, that's so amazing. Like, it's so amazing to have people like that in your life. And I feel awful for people who suffer just like me that don't have that, you know? Which makes the next thing I'm gonna say that much more terrible and ungrateful. That's what they want, right? That's what they want for me. But it isn't what I want. I want a lot more than that. And I don't get it. You know, I don't get to have it. And I'm having a hard time figuring out a way to be okay with that. But part of it, doom and gloom, right? Doom and gloom, you know? It's the middle of the night and you can't sleep. What do? Get on YouTube and doom everybody. Part of how I make peace with that, and part of how I find some outlet for all of that, the beehive in the mind, is here. Is with this, you know? And I love this room. I love this place. I won't ever get back those lost decades, and I won't ever realize that lost potential. I won't. There's no chance. Not even with magic, you know? But here I can pour myself into something, and that's going to be today. That's going to be what I do this morning. And when I'm finished, I'm going to get on my bike and I'm going to go to the store and I'm going to buy stuff for French toast. I'm going to make French toast for the whole family. But first, I have to pay my devotional. And I'm so happy about that, you know? I have many blessings. And while I am ungrateful for some of them sometimes, I get to funnel myself into this. And I think about the sick and suffering out there who have no outlet of any kind or have yet to find it, who have no support system. And oh, my heart aches for that, man. What choice do they have other than to keep diving to the bottom of the body? None at all. No good one. Or die, right? And I want them to find some peace too. I really do. And I don't know how to help them because I get up in the middle of the night and I have every advantage and it isn't enough. Yikes. How about we squat? Why don't we do some squats, huh? Let's squat today. 8 sets. 8 sets of what have you. I'm into it. I'm going to listen to Mini Pony. I'm going to do some squats, man, and it's going to be awesome. And then I'm going to make French toast. Today's going to be fucking killer. I'm going to stop this shit. Okay? But I love you guys. Please believe me when I say that. I fucking love you guys, you know? And you've helped me more than you know over these last 10 months. All right, on to work. So I'm gonna get off my pseudo-philosophical high horse just for a moment and back to squatting. Don't worry, I'll get back on that pony. But this was a tough one. Oof, tough. I struggled mightily right from the beginning. First set, 2 reps, it was like an evenly distributed struggle of like, I didn't have the energy and I didn't have the torque. And almost immediately my spirit flagged on me. And then I was like, why am I so beat up? I mean, I did go running last night and it was a pretty tough run. But even though I got up in the middle of the night, because my feelings, my sleep score was pretty good. Like, I slept a solid 6 hours and I shouldn't feel this beat up. Or not, I don't even feel beat up. That's the thing. I felt like flat, like there was nothing in the tank for me to draw on. So I went to my notebook and I started looking through. This is supposed to be my deload week. I screwed up the deload count again. I've done 3 solid weeks of the squat work, and on the 4th week I deload. Now I was already 3 sets deep at this point, or 4 sets deep at this point, so I just figured I'd finish it. And honestly, I'll just push my deload off a week. I mean, that's no great tragedy. I'll be a little pooped this week, but like, deloading's not an exact science, you know? And anywhere from, typically, I think my body likes 3 weeks on, 1 week off. And I feel like most people are going to have success with that. But you can do 5 weeks on and 1 week off. I think Johnny Candido likes that. You can do 7 and 1. You can even do like 7 and 2. I see people doing stuff like that. Or like 10 and 2, you know. That requires some like magic with the volume, but like it's a very possible scheme. And so I'll just have like kind of a rough week and deload. Not really a big deal, you know? But it was kind of funny, like, I don't know, from my rant, I then went right in, I warmed up and went right into my squats. And I was like, Jesus, man, I gotta stay out of my head before I do these workouts because I have depressed myself and I can't fucking get under this bar. And like, I was like, just grasping for any reason that I was like not able to find the get up and go, except of course that I might have just miscounted. I'm looking at these squats as I talk to you about this, and like that set looked pretty good, but I am pitching forward too, like which I always pitch forward. I've got shit mechanics, I'm over it, I don't really care. But my angle's a little too steep today. And I think I need some good mornings, some seated good mornings a la Ben Patrick. Tell me just stay a little bit more upright. Also, someone was mean to me in the comments, but suggested that these shoes are not appropriate for this sort of thing. And I'm inclined to think they might be right. I need something a little flatter, or maybe just go barefoot. So perhaps on my deload week, I'll experiment with that and see how it goes. The barefoot, I mean. I'm just like, I'm up a little high, and they're really good walking around shoes. So I just assumed they'd work well for this, but yeah. I don't know, I'm having my doubts. Also, you know, it's the first bastion of a shitty plan when you start blaming your equipment. like when your excuses go to like, oh, my shoes, oh, my belt was blah blah blah, my wraps are you fucked up. You just admit you fucked up. You know, it's your fault. It's not your gear. You might have cheap gear, but it's not your fucking gear. It's you. You fucked up. It's okay. We all fuck up. So I'm going to think on that, you know. And yeah, man, sorry if I was a little bit of a downer at 4 o'clock in the morning. Not really my intention here. Oh, I'm running out of time too. I'll film a little outro. So yeah. As you can see, the sun's coming up. I've kind of been dicking around for a little bit before I film this outro. I think sometimes, or let's put it like this, I worry sometimes that I give off the impression that I'm this brooding, borderline, I'm not supposed to say the S word, seeking non-life type, you know, like, and that's just not the case. Overall, I'm very happy and very, very grateful for this life I have. But I do have dark thoughts. They bully in, and that's part of real life, which, you know, hence my tagline, right? I mean, it needs to be voiced too. And sometimes you have to overhear yourself to really understand your feelings. You know, if they just bounce around in your head and never come out, you don't have an accurate view of them, you know? And part of why I love doing this so much is I get to rewatch these videos and really be like, oh yeah, that's how that went. Holy shit, you know? So yeah, maybe that's it. Maybe that's all I have to say today. But I promise you, I'm like the goth girl in high school who writes poetry in the graveyard, but she's like really pretty and popular. It doesn't really have any problems, you know, like, which by the way, that was every one of my girlfriends in high school. That's definitely a type I zero in on, and find myself in that ilk pretty easily and pretty comfortably. So, you know, forgive me if I triggered you at all. This is Joe in real life. I'm gonna go make French toast now, or in a couple hours. It's still really early. The whole family's asleep. But we're gonna have a French toast party, and life's good, mostly, you know. I love you guys. Be nice to each other today. I'm gonna do my level best to do the same. Extend kindness to others where you can. See if you can find a way to be of service, even if it's just to your household. You know, anything you can do to lighten the burden of another is going to pay you back. I promise. Um, I'll see you tomorrow. Yeah, that's it. Okay. Okay.